John. Good afternoon. Very autumnal, actually, quiet and autumnal. Actually, it's amazing. Not so long ago, we were talking about how wet it was, and since then, it's hardly rained. And now, believe it or not, we're thinking that some parts of the country could well end up with their sunniest October on record. Cardiff doing very well at the moment. Only needs about 9 hours for the rest of the week. But it may well also turn out to be one of the coldest on record. Now, we've got high pressure on the sea, and we're going to keep that high pressure with us for the rest of the week, and it will keep off those Atlantic weather systems, fend them away from the country. The big problem really in the week ahead is going to be cloud. It's going to be floating around all the while. Makes all the difference, of course, because some places will be sunny, other places will stay cloudy, some places will have fog and frost, and others reasonably mild nights. It's going to be very difficult to say exactly which. A lot of cloud around at the moment, as you see, but across southern Scotland, South Wales, into Ireland, there are good breaks, so there will be some sunshine, but we will, of course, this afternoon find that cloud moving around, so the areas that have the best of the sunshine at the moment won't necessarily stay that way. I think what we can say is that across the southeastern half of England, that's where it's most likely to remain cloudy, and that cloud's thick enough for the odd spot of rain, and perhaps one or two light showers right up there in Shetland as well. That northeasterly wind is still with us as well, and it's going to be particularly chilly across the southeastern corner of the country, holding the temperatures down there. Other areas not too bad. Well, the temperatures are still a bit on the low side for the time of year, but if you get any sunshine and the winds are lighter, shouldn't feel too bad. Fair bit of cloud around during this evening and tonight, but again there will be breaks around, more particularly I think in some northern areas, so just a touch of frost there. Other parts though probably staying above freezing. There's tomorrow's chart, virtually the same. The highs hardly moved at all. So again, we're going to be chasing areas of cloud. Some parts will be dry and fairly sunny, other areas cloudy all day. Best of the sunshine probably eastern Scotland, and again some of those western parts of England and Wales, and temperatures very similar to today's. And again tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, some frost around, more particularly probably in northern areas. There's the high pressure for Tuesday, expanded a little bit. The winds have got somewhat lighter, so perhaps some fog around Tuesday morning and again on Tuesday night, but basically apart from that the weather remains the same. In other words, dry virtually everywhere with sunny intervals and a fair amount of cloud. And again we find on Wednesday morning some frost, more particularly probably in those northern areas. High slips a bit on Wednesday, a little bit more breeze beginning to feed into southwestern parts. That's the only real difference though, perhaps not quite so much of that patchy fog around in the morning, and again a touch of frost in those northern areas to contend with on Thursday morning. But then as the high begins to pull away a little bit, we find more breeze picking up in many parts of the country, an area of low pressure slipping in close by, so perhaps one or two showers into the far southwest. But I think the most important thing towards the end of the week, as those winds pick up from the southeast, is that the fog and frost should clear away, and we're going to find somewhat higher temperatures as well, up to about 13 or 14.